I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. Isaiah chapter 33. Apostasy and wickedness precede the second coming. The Lord shall come with devouring fire. Zion and her stakes shall be perfected. The Lord is our judge, lawgiver, and king. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. O Lord, be gracious unto us, we have waited for thee. Be thou their arm every morning, our salvation also in the time of trouble. I'm going to pause there just a moment because verse 2 has a Joseph Smith translation. O Lord, be gracious unto us, we have waited for thee. Be thou their arm every morning, their salvation also in the time of trouble. Honestly, I would have thought he would change the be thou their arm to be thou our arm. But he doesn't. That's an interesting one. So this is be gracious to us and be their salvation. Let's hold on to that a moment and continue reading in verse 3. At the noise of the tumult the people fled. At the lifting up of thyself the nations were scattered. And your spoil shall be gathered like the gathering of the caterpillar. As the running to and fro of locusts shall he run upon them. The Lord is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Behold, their valiant ones shall cry without. The ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. The highways lie waste. The wayfaring man ceaseth. He hath broken the covenant. He hath despised the cities. He regardeth no man. The earth mourneth and languisheth. Lebanon is ashamed and hewn down. Sharon is like a wilderness, and Bashan and Carmel like shake off their fruits. Now will I rise, saith the Lord. Now will I be exalted. Now will I lift up myself. Ye shall conceive chaff. Ye shall bring forth stubble. Your breath as fire shall devour you, and the people shall be as the burnings of time. As thorns cut up shall they be burned in the fire. Not much in the footnotes, but I think that change in the Joseph Smith translation is, woe to thee that spoileth. So woe to those who are persecuting the saints. Woe to those who drive Israel and scatter Israel. Because your time is also coming. When your strength is done, when your time is done, you will be spoiled. You will be driven out. And then that Joseph Smith translation is, be gracious unto us that have waited for thee, right? But be their arm and their salvation. I think it's talking about Isaiah saying, be gracious to us who are living now, living in the time of Isaiah. But be the salvation of Israel in the last days. Be their salvation. I think that's what he's saying. And the rest of this is really just another description of the apostasy. It's the apostasy, restoration, and then the final second coming and destruction of the wicked again. It's a little confusing, quite honestly. Again, the basics of Isaiah are fairly simple, but the details can get confusing. So let us continue here. Verse 13. Hear ye that are far off what I have done, and ye that are near acknowledge my might. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness hath surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly. He that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding off bribes, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil. He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His waters shall be sure. Thine eyes shall see the king in his beauty. They shall behold the land that is very far off. Thine heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers? We're going to pause there again because 18 has another Joseph Smith translation. But before I read that, no, let's read that first, so it's fresh in our minds. Thine heart shall meditate in terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers? So not meditate terror, meditate in terror. In other words, you're not going to be contemplating the fear, you're going to be feeling the fear. Subtle change, not sure how important it is, but anyways, let us talk about this briefly. Who shall dwell with everlasting burnings? Now, I know hell is referred to as the lake of fire. I think in the book of Jacob, or at least Jacob in the Book of Mormon, might have been in 2 Nephi, but he's the one that states that it is compared to a lake of fire. Not that it is literally fire, but that the torment of hell is so acute that it can be compared to the pain of fire, the pain of burning to death. But, right here, who shall live in everlasting burnings? Those who live righteously. Heaven is where the real fire is, the everlasting burning. In all reality, hell is very cold, because there's no light, there's no heat, there's no glory there. Hell is not a hot place. Heaven is where the light and glory is, and therefore it is everlasting burning. And those who dwell there are the righteous. Those are the ones whose eyes seek the beauty of God. Anyway, we continue here, verse 19. Thou shalt not see a fierce people, a people of a deeper speech than thou canst perceive, of a stammering tongue that thou canst not understand. Look upon Zion, the city of our solemnities. Thine eyes shall see Jerusalem, a quiet habitation, a tabernacle that shall not be taken down. Not one of the stakes thereof shall ever be removed, neither shall any of the cords thereof be broken. But there the glorious Lord will be unto us a place of broad rivers and streams, wherein shall go no galley with oars, neither shall gallant ship pass thereby. For the Lord is our judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king. He will save us. Thy tacklings are loose, they could not well strengthen their mast, they could not spread the sail. Then is the prey of a great spoil divided. The lame take the prey, and the inhabitant shall not say, I am sick. The people that dwell therein shall be forgiven their iniquity. Now, coming back to 18 briefly, he talks about the scribe. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers? So this is in the footnotes to tell us a tallyman of the former Assyrian conqueror. Meaning, what we're talking about is like the tax gatherers. The scribe is the one that writes out what you owe. The receiver is the one that receives it, and the counted the towers is the one that counts it out, makes sure that you've paid everything. So what happened to these foreign rulers, these foreign conquerors who exacted the tribute of the people? Thou shalt not see a fierce people. This is again, there will no more be foreign invasions. There will be no more conquering. Israel will stand fast in its own place. And I like the stakes of Zion, the stakes of Jerusalem. Not one of the stakes thereof shall be removed, neither shall any cords thereof be broken. The stakes are, so you have the center place. This is using the symbolism of a tent. Because you set up the tent, and then you have the stakes that go out, and they have the cords that are tied to the stakes, and they pull the tent tight and hold it up. You take the stake out, or you cut the cord, and the tent collapses. Now the tent is Jerusalem. The tent is the center. The stakes are like what we have in what we call in the church. Our stakes are the congregations that are in the outlying areas surrounding Jerusalem. And the cords are the lines of communication that connect these stakes to the center point of Zion. So the stakes will not be removed, but neither will the cords be broken, meaning the stakes are going to be established, they're going to be made permanent, and they will always have direct communication with the center. And the center is, in this case, Jerusalem, or the church, or more specifically, Christ, who is the lawgiver and king. And from him, everything goes out. Anyways, we leave that here, and I'll see you in the next one.